Now today class topic is affections of eye orbit. Right? So first you should know some anatomy. So you can see here the dilate here pupil and here iris. Right? Anatomical consideration of orbit. The orbit is concepted bony cavity and is incomplete laterally formed by six bones, and that bones are frontal, lacrimal, sphenoid, palatine, zygomatic, and maxillary bones. Okay. In brachiocephalic group, lacrimal doesn't reach the orbit margin. On the frontal bone, there is rudimentary process called zygomatic process, and on the zygomatic bone below it, there is another prominence called frontal process. So the orbit house, the eyeball, optic nerve, extraocular muscles, the lacrimal gland, blood vessels, and other nerves, along with fat and fascia, all the structure being enclosed in fibrous peri-orbital membrane. Is the optic filament is pathway for the nerve and the internal ophthalmic artery. You can see this is the way for optic nerve. Lacrimal gland lies within the periorbital shaft-like spatula. There are two joined by fibrous tissue connecting smooth muscles band and orbital ligament. So about orbit affections, first one is anophthalmia. It is the congenital absence of the eyeball and the globe replaced by a small solid or cystic mass. A rarest condition. So anophthalmia, congenital absence of eyeball due to small solid or cystic mass, right? Another is microphthalmia. It is congenital rudimentary ocular tissue resulting from the underdevelopment leading to the small size globe. So there is difference between anophthalmia and microphthalmia. There is absence of eyeball and the globe. And in case of microphthalmia, there is rudimentary ocular tissue resulting from the underdevelopment. Okay. So eyeball is dimness in all diameter, seen in all breeds, but most common in Chihuahua, police, poodles, and Sanuyas. The vision is not affected in case of microphthalmia, doesn't require any treatment. Removal of the eyeball is indicated when there is extreme reduction in the size and blindness is there. If there is blindness, then you have only option extraction of eyeball. If there is vision is clear, then there is no need to there is no need to extirpation of eyeball. So you can see here an ophthalmia. There is this is the case of an ophthalmia. This one is microphthalmia. So one another your disease is that is strabismus, also called squint. Deviation of one or both the globes from normal visual axis. right? So mostly congenital but can be acquired condition. Okay, mostly seen in Pekingese, Pug, Boston Terrier, and Chihuahua breeds. Strabismus is behind strabismus. There is reason of muscles defect. So acquired strabismus mostly result from orbital injury, luxation of the globe, cellulitis, sinusitis, or retrovulvar neoplasia. Normally, there is impairment in the vision. However, the appearance of the affected eye can be improved by reposition of the extraocular muscles. So, strabismus is related to muscles. You can see here strabismus condition. How can treat due to injury? If there is acute, then according to situation, hot pack and cold pack according to acute and chronic condition. If there is acute condition, then cold pack. If chronic, then hot pack. The deviation is corrected with the reduction in the swelling. So if there is swelling, so your first aim of treatment is reduce the swelling. Okay, use antibiotic and anti-inflammatory drugs. Surgical treatment, elevate medial rectus muscles, severe it insertion on the sclera. In convergent type of strabismus, the muscles is cut in divergent strabismus, it fixed laterally. According to situation, if there is a convergent strabismus or divergent strabismus, in case of convergent strabismus, elevate the medial rectus muscles, and in case of divergent strabismus, cut and fix laterally. Medial rectus muscles. Enophthalmos. It is the sinking of eyeball may be caused by trauma and surgical procedure. Okay. May result following intraocular hemorrhage, perforation of cornea, exudate, uveitis. Sometimes the eyeball gets atrophied following this condition and needs into the orbit. Absorption of the orbital fat in aged and cactic dogs may result in enophthalmos. Okay. So in case of cactic dogs, means emaciated dogs, we can see here enophthalmos. Treatment temporary enophthalmos is associated with spasm of retractor bulbi muscles. It is very important. You should remember muscles. Okay, in case of squint, there is medial rectus. In case of enophthalmos, uh, there is retractor bulbi muscles. Okay, because of ocular pain and is also characteristic sign of tetanus. In case of tetanus, this situation is also occurs. Temporary, how can treat temporary enophthalmos can be treated by using painkillers. Exophthalmos, it is protrusion of the eyeball from the orbit and also known as protosis, right? So another name of exophthalmos is protosis. The globe often larger than normal and there is widening of the palpebral fissure without any increase in intraocular pressure. So in case of exophthalmos, there is uh, intraocular pressure not increase. Etiological factor, that is trauma, paranasal sinusitis, orbital cellulitis, orbital neoplasia, orbital hemorrhage, advanced glaucoma, and temporal myositis. So these are the etiological factors for exophthalmos. You can see here proptosis, exophthalmos, bulging of eye. But here in case there is no increase intraocular pressure. Treatment, temporary exophthalmos can be treated by using topical antibiotics, corticosteroid. If there is ocular tumor, then enucleation is recommended. Orbital cellulitis is also known as retrovulvar abscess. Most common cases developing retrovulvar abscess are penetrating by foreign body through conjunctiva, paranasal sinusitis. Exophthalmia is a prominent clinical sign. Mostly it is unilateral. Clinical sign include swelling of the lids with inflammation and protrusion of third eyelid, hemosis and impairment of the mobility of the eyeball. So these are the affections that is related to orbital cellulitis. Drainage of the abscess is mostly behind the upper molar teeth on the affected side. So these are related to upper molar teeth. So if there is orbital cellulitis, then you can see drainage from the upper molar teeth. Orbital, you can see here orbital cellulitis. Achieve general after general anesthesia. Insert opening the mouth and insert the small artery forceps into surface part of the abscess. Mucopurulent exudate is usually seen in the opening. The pus draining out of from the, so you can locate upper molar teeth, then drain out the pus after draining. Okay, antiseptic antiseptic mouthwash and systemic antibiotics is necessary. Use topical ophthalmic antibiotic ointment to protect the exposed cornea. Then orbital neoplasm. Tumors arise in the orbit from any disease with the bony orbits. Most common orbital tumors are dermoid, carcinomas, melanosarcomas, eosinophilic granulomas, and lipoma. So tumors can metastasis from the frontal sinus. So metastasis occur from frontal sinus, intraocular tumor through vascular and nerve channels. Clinical signs include proptosis, fever, marked pain, exophthalmos, swelling around the globe deviation with diminished movement, prominent third eyelid, dilated pupil, and maybe blindness. Okay, dilated pupil. So there is sequelae of orbital neoplasm, that is protosis, exophthalmos, orbital, you can see here orbital neoplasm. Treatment: extirpation of the eye wall along the trinics. Post-operatively, systemic antibiotic and anti-inflammatory drugs for 5 to 7 days. Local antiseptics. Local antiseptics. Suture are removed after complete healing. It's all about orbital orbit. Thank you.